Hello everybody and welcome back to my little YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Nina and I'm a watercolor artist slash cleaning lady slash gardener and avid knitter living in the south of France. And I am here today to talk about the sweater that I'm wearing. This is the Twigs by Junko Okamoto, or is it Junko? Please comments below if you know the correct pronunciation. So in this episode, we're going to do the life story of this sweater from inspiration to completion. And along the way, we will be spending a week at my friend Frances' house, a very, very beautiful house in the French countryside, where we were dog sitting for her while I was knitting this jumper. And also, we are going to do a little trip back to the Angora goat farm. If you watched my last episode, if not, I'll pop it below or it'll pop up at the end of the screen or something like that. Have a look at that, because we went to visit the Angora goats that make mohair and we saw them being sheared and everything, so that was really sweet. And the farmer told me that there was going to be the kids coming, the baby goats were coming soon, so I tried to hang on for them for the last video, which is why it took a while to come out, and finally I thought, oh, better just put this video out. So we go and visit them this time. And please, if you get bored of my chit chat and you want to go off and do something else, just skip. There's going to be chapters below, so you can jump around if you need to. Skip forward and see the baby goats, because they're so sweet, honestly. Really, really, really sweet. Okay, so on with today's topic, the Twigs. In fact, I think the first time I came across it was when I was watching Jackie and Carmen, a Knitting a Good Yarn podcast. If you haven't seen it, do check it out. They're just two adorable, funny, and very talented and inspiring individuals. And I think, yes, it was Jackie that had knitted the Twigs. And it's a very popular design. On Ravelry, there's over 1,000 projects. And so it was Jackie that first introduced me to the Twigs. So I saw that and I thought, well, that's a beautiful sweater, but it's tiny, tiny toothpick needles and all over pattern. So I was a little bit daunted, to say the least. But I have knitted colourwork sweaters before. In fact, my mum's Norwegian and she taught me how to knit, and that was the style that I learned to knit. But I'd never done all over colour work, and I'd never done sleeves with colour work. So those were the elements that were a little bit daunting, and the needle size. Then, and of course, Jackie's was absolutely stunning, beautiful colours as with all her amazing sweaters. Then I saw, who was it next? Then it was another Jackie from Jackson Rose podcast. Again, oh my goodness, she's so super stylish and inspiring. I love everything she knits. And then she knitted the Twigs as well. And actually, I saw hers and I thought, wow, she's done something different with the sleeves, because the sleeves on the actual design are very voluminous and then they go very narrow. And I wasn't sure that that was a silhouette that would suit me. But she had knitted the arms quite straight. And so I actually kind of got the inspiration to maybe kind of do some modifications to get the sweater that I would like. But I didn't really know what yarn to use. And then finally I saw Anna from Whistle and Thread. She has a wonderful Instagram. By the way, I'm going to pop all the links below in each chapter, so that if you want to follow up on any of these great podcasts or Instagrammers, then you can check them out. So Anna, she had done a beautiful Twigs, and again, what interested me, apart from the fact that beautiful, beautiful colours for all of these twigs was that Anna had kind of made it quite small. And I was also worried about the sizing of this sweater because it is actually a one size sweater. And so I wasn't sure whether I would be able to pull off the modifications. I also noticed that Anna had used a yarn, a very affordable yarn called Holst Supersoft, which is a merino Shetland mix. And they leave in the spinning oil. So basically there's a whole section in the processing of the wool that they miss out, which allows the price to be less. So I thought I would just give it a try. So I sent off for my wool, but the colours that I chose were not the colours that you see here. It was this one. Yes. So these colours were inspired by a rug that I saw on one of my cleaning jobs. This lovely gentleman that I work for, he had this beautiful rug, and I noticed it was the design of the rug and the combination of the colours that I really loved, and it made me think of the twigs. Just I don't know, what do you call them? The motifs on the rug reminded me of the twigs, and so I decided I would go for this brown background, and you add a few extra colours of blue, pale blue, and kind of pinky colours, darker pink and a lighter pink. So basically, as I was knitting this sweater, I started to record myself. So we're going to go back in time now to when I cast on this baby. This is how far I've got with my twigs. It's not nothing, but I am completely lost. I have to have a serious confession. I'm not very good at making gauge swatches. I get really bored, so I make them like this size. Where's my gauge swatch? Well, I'm sure I counted it, and I thought my gauge was much tighter. And I just rechecked it, and it seems it's bigger. And the twig sweater, for my standard, is already quite big, which means this is going to be enormous. And I've tried to do the maths, and I am not winning. So my plan is to knit the next 3 rows, which have no increases, and then I'm going to put it on a thread, and I'm going to try it on. And from how it looks on, I'm going to make some serious, radical decisions about how we move forward with this baby. I need a cup of tea now. So I've just put this on a thread to try it on. And I can absolutely tell you now that my gauge is completely out. I need to not increase too much more, otherwise it's going to be enormous. So I think this twigs will be quite a bit different. But there is a positive side to this. There's a lot less stitches than I thought I was going to have to knit. Every cloud has a silver lining. On we go. You may wonder why this never got finished and this got started. So basically what happened was my partner had to go for a minor operation, and I had a lot of time to kill waiting for him at the hospital. So I thought, right, I'll take my knitting and I'll get lots done. But while I was there, I don't know what it was. Perhaps it was knitting in a hospital, or perhaps I just wasn't feeling it, but I started to just feel really, really not excited about these colours. But I kept going, and I think when I was at the hospital, I did, you know, like half of this motif here. Anyway, we got home, and that night, and this is insane, I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because I kept thinking about this lemon sweater and how I just wasn't sure about the colour choice that I had made. So I woke up, well, I probably lay awake for hours, and then finally in the morning I was like, okay, so I can rip back, because I thought it was the corally pink colour that I had chosen as a kind of main one as we go along. So I thought, oh, maybe we'll rip that back and then I'll concentrate on the blue, because I was quite feeling the blue. And yeah, anyway, I was doing all these calculations in my head, trying to think how I can save this. And finally I just thought, do you know what? I don't hate it, but I just wasn't loving it enough to put in the time and effort that I knew it was going to take. So I abandoned it, but I didn't abandon it completely, because there were two colours that I had chosen that I was really loving. And these two colours, which look completely different on the brown, I don't know if you can see that in the video, but this is the same colour as this. And I swear this jumper, every time I look at it, it's a different colour. Sometimes it's denim blue, sometimes it's turquoise, sometimes it's a kind of grey-green. Anyway, mysterious. It's a really mysterious colour. The main colour in this sweater is called Treasure. And it's not a solid colour. It's a kind of greeny blue flecked with purple, which makes it this kind of magical, ever-changing colour. can't describe it. And then the other main contrast colour, there's two contrast colours, and the other colour that I absolutely adore is called Chiffon. And I really love this chiffon colour. And I am quite tempted to maybe make a simple stockinette with this, because the wool is so reasonable and because the colour is so beautiful. And you can't really see the colour changes in this colour because it's the contrast colour. So anyway, going off piste a little bit. So yeah, what were we saying, Elsie? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, and the third colour, the second contrast colour is called Nugget, which is a slightly warmer kind of cream colour. And all of these three colours I had chosen to go in here, as this is the Nugget, this is the Treasure, and this is the Chiffon. So I only had to order a few more of this, and I had all the other contrast colours. So then I cast on the Twigs numéro 2, and we went off to my friend's house to take care of her dogs and hang out in the beautiful countryside and play with the donkeys in the backfield and watch the beautiful sunrises. We have arrived at our destination. Hello. So we've arrived at our dog sitting location and it's looking so pretty. Let's have a look out this window. Oh, look at that. happy to be here. Here's our lovely kitchen for the week while we take care of France's dog, who I think is... Hello? You wanna come in? Serious? You wanna come in? Look. Yeah. Wow. It's our first morning here. And we have woken up to this amazing sunrise. It's been raining and raining and raining. And now this. Let's go for a little walk. Everything about this place is paradise. Hello my friends, so we have arrived at our beautiful destination for the week, and I have, as you know, started again this project, and today I'm going to enjoy this beautiful space and crack on with this. Mika has gone on a horse riding, he's gone off for the day horse riding. So I shall have a few hours of knitting. So let's see how we get on. I am so far here, and let's see how much I can get done in the few quiet hours that I have.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. Stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire.
Okay, this is taking a long time. I have been working on this pullover for most of today, and I have done that section there, which is less than an inch. 2 centimeters if you're lucky. Hours of work. Okay, let's not get disheartened. Let's keep going. So during that week, I think I got pretty much most of the yoke done. And then what followed was a bout of really rubbish weather. Good morning, everybody. It is a very miserable Sunday morning. Let me just show you the weather. Look at that, south of France for you. Yes. Anyways, I am finally splitting for sleeves. Look at this weather. It's kind of relentless. So I'm sitting in the car waiting for Mika to finish his horse riding, and got this much done. Difficult to see what's going on here. I'm on the last leg of the body, and
I've weirdly kind of got a mission to finish this in a week and a half, and I'm not sure that's possible. But anyways.
But finally, there was a break in the weather, and I was determined to get outside and get a bit of sun on our face.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others.
Okay, so I have finished the body. I hope you can see that. I'm not jumping up and down about it, but I think the blocking is going to work miracles with this one. I don't like the little ribbing at the bottom, how it's all flowing out. But worst comes to worst, I can always take that back and lose some stitches and make it tighter. But I think I'll wait till after it's been blocked. See? But yeah, I just can't wait to block it. It makes all the difference. Anyways, I think my gauge is way out. You know, I don't even know what my gauge is right now. Kind of given up. I'm just basically figuring it out as I go along. I think you'll probably see in all these shots that this jumper changes colour. It's miraculous. Mika said it was like a chameleon jumper. Anyways, then it came time to do the sleeves, which I heavily modified. Body as well. Body I made... Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the modifications at this point. There was a lot, and I put them on my Ravelry page. If you're really interested in them and they look a bit confusing, feel free to send me a message because my notes are quite kind of short. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I won't go into too much detail, but I took Jackie from Knitting a Good Yarn podcast. I took her modification of cutting out one line in between to make it a little bit more cropped. And then I took out one of the repeats of the pattern. I stopped the increases somewhere around here. So the body is much smaller. And then I picked up less stitches. And then I knitted the sleeves straight down. And then I brought them in slightly towards the end. And I did not have a great time knitting these sleeves.
Back at the riding stables, waiting for my son. And I'm on to the sleeve. Woohoo! That's a little update on the sleeve, by the way. I'm absolutely not loving doing pattern in a sleeve. I've never done that before, but bloody toothpicks and sleeves and patterns are not my favourite thing to do. Anyways.
I had fun when we got to this section because the number of stitches that I had on my sleeve didn't fit the pattern repeat. So I had to do a bit of jiggery-pokery to try to make the pattern repeat on less stitches.
That the centerpiece is 16 stitches. So I cut it out. My brain. You know, for a menopausal woman, this is not easy, by the way. So I cut it out, and that's going to be the missing 16 stitches, and it just needs to kind of join and in the round and not look horrible. Oh, my brain is hurting. Oh no, hang on. Right. logic. So they go around twice, and the last 16 is going to be this one. So it's going to finish there. So the start of this needs to fit okay on there. So it's not perfect, but it looks pretty okay to make it. Oh, I'm going off kilter. And then this bit, I think, will then go there. So that missing section will look like that, which I think looks fine. It's not perfect, and quite frankly, I am done. I don't know if I've worked this out correctly. I'm about to find out. So fingers crossed, because I am not enjoying doing colourwork sleeves on 2.5mm needles, safe to say. But in the end, I've got these kind of slightly strange bits, which maybe you don't even notice, see? But you know what? In life, things are not perfect. And I think it's okay. And I'm quite happy. And I don't think anyone's going to notice. Except if you've knitted this before, then you'll know that that is not right. We're getting there. We're nearly there. The end is in sight. Okay, just finished my last stitch of colourwork, and I am so relieved because that was hard going, and I'm going to cut my last piece of colourwork thread, and then we're nearly home and dry. I'm very pleased with the final result. Actually, they look like they've got little bell bottoms, but it's only because where I've got the pattern, it's pulling in tighter. But I quite like that, actually. I quite like that little balloon at the bottom. Okay, folks, it's late. I'm tired, but we are about to cast off. Oops, the last stitch. And voila, we're free. So finally cast it off. I think I stayed up half the night threading in, what do you call it, tying in on all the loose ends, because when I had it off the needles, I just was so determined to get it washed and blocked and on my body. Later on, I'm going to pop in some more kind of full-length images of me wearing this, and you'll see me clutching this beautiful thing, which if you saw my last video, you'll know is a needle case from a company called Muud. Now, I'm saying this because the last time when I talked about it, I called them Muud, and that's not right. One of the wonderful people that commented, she was so sweet. She basically said, I've heard other people, when they're talking about this, say Muud and not mud, but maybe I'm wrong, she said very sweetly. And I thought, no, I'm sure you're not wrong. I'm sure I need to correct myself. So I'm correcting myself, and I'm also going to just take the opportunity again to show you this beauty. So lovely. And the wonderful thing about this is I think it looks like an amazing clutch. And you can actually, well, I mean, it's maybe a bit strange thing to do, but you could actually use it as a clutch. I love that. You can pop your credit cards in there and look super chic and stylish. Hey, Elsie.
You don't care, do you? The very first outing I got to wear this sweater was visiting the baby goats that I was talking about earlier on in the video. Nice to see you again. Yeah. Where are your little ones? Weren't they adorable? Oh my gosh. Those babies. I really wanted to bag one of them and bring it home. I don't think my partner would have appreciated it very much. Anyway, that's all for this rather longish episode. I hope you find it interesting seeing the whole journey of the sweater from inspiration to completion. And all that's left to be said is thanks again for watching. Please, if you can, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because that's going to really help me be able to continue to make these videos, and I really love it. Oh, and I forgot to say a huge thank you to everyone that left a comment or introduced yourself and let me know where you're from. And it was so nice. It really means a lot, and it really helps me to connect with you, because this is why I'm doing the podcast, is to kind of extend to the community and have interactions. And yeah, so please do keep leaving your comments. Please keep me posted as to how your knit projects are going. And yeah, if you haven't already, introduce yourself, and I really look forward to meeting you online. All right, Else. Lots and lots of love to you. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you here next time.
Are you filming me now? I lost my thing.
I'm not.
You're doing it the wrong direction. It needs to be long. No, my love, it needs to be the other way. No, you can't. You have to stop it and then turn it. It doesn't work if you turn it like that.
No, what are you looking at me like that for, Elsie? Like, what is it? One eye open, staring at me. You're freaking me out, dog.
It's got the same hair as you, but just a different colour. Maybe that's it. Is that it?